Good morning. I just wanted to share something I realized what I used to do. See this weather right now? It's like windy, snowing, and look at our driveway is like, we haven't had a chance to remove our snow in our driveway. And if we didn't have a garage, then car would be like parked like this, and I would have to scrape all the see the truck here. That's our truck, and we have to scrape it and everything, and it would take me so long to get to work. And this kind of weather on the freeway, people would drive like maybe 5 miles per hour for the safety. And it's a pattern. Like we do this, the snow comes every winter, and we go to work every winter. And you have a choice. You have a choice of like going to your job, or perhaps even a dream job like I did. But was I making dream income? No. When I retired, I was making about $16 an hour. Now, some of you guys say, well, gee, what kind of job did you do? For 33 years, you should get paid more. Well, certain positions, you could only go up so high. That's your highest wage. So I was certified medical assistant. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I love what I was doing. Every minute, every day, I was like excited to go to bed night before so I could get up to go to work. But realizing doing that for 33 years, it wasn't going to ever meet my financial needs. So I decided to retire early without any money in a savings or a checking account. And I just basically said, you know what, there's people out there in the world that are making as much as they want. Like, why not me? Who's telling me that I can't? I never thought about that. I never thought about like I could make more than what I was getting paid on my own. So I was able to 6 times my income since I retired with the stock markets. But the whole point of this video is in this kind of weather, it would take me literally about, used to take me like 2 hours because I lived like an hour away. But then I moved a little bit closer to save gas and to cut back on my driving times. But still, where I live now and where I was working, it was like 35-minute drive. But with this kind of weather, it would take me probably about an hour and a half. But prior to that, where I lived like way more north, and just in a good weather, it took me about 50 to 55 minutes. So I was gone like 12 to 13, 14 hours a day. I might as well do multitask and bring our garbage can in. Anyway, so by the time I dropped my, baby off at the babysitter's and dealing with the traffic like this in this kind of weather, yeah, it would take me like good 2 hours. But then I worked like 10 hours a day. So that's, so one way is 2 hours in a bad weather and 10 hours of working. So that's like 14 hours a day. 2 hours one way, 2 hours another way, so getting to work 2 hours, going home 2 hours, and working 10 hours a day. So that's crazy. Just wanted to tell you that we all have a choice as to how we make money, what we're going to do. And no matter how bad this weather is, I had to go to work to get paid. To get my paycheck every 2 weeks, I had to do that. But now, since I'm an option trader working with the stock market, guess what I do? It takes me only literally like 1 minute going down to my office. And if I don't want to go down there, I could even just bring my computer up and just do it anywhere I want. And 6 times my income. Can you imagine that? My first year. But having that freedom, not having to worry about, driving in this kind of scary weather condition, the road, and not having to spend, 14 hours with the travel times. What I do now is I only spend maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on how many trades I'm doing. And like once a week, spending less than an hour to set up my trades and making like unbelievable money. If you don't want to drive, having to deal with this kind of weather, right? I mean, this truck is in the driveway because all of our garage, we have a 3-car garage, and is filled with all the vehicles between my son, and that's the reason why this truck is in the a driveway because we don't really drive unless we absolutely have to. But, when I used to live in an apartment, and I didn't have a garage before I bought the house. And my car was always parked. And in fact, one year I had a Mustang front wheel drive and I was stuck. So every time I wanted to go to work, I can't even get out of my driveway, living in an apartment. And I would have to have my neighbors always push me out. Then that means I had to wake up extra hour and then drop all my 3 kids to babysitters. It was a lot of work, but at the time, I didn't care. I had to get to work to get paid. So now, what I used to do and what I know now, and I'm sharing the informations with you guys. You have a choice. We all have a choice, but I didn't know at the time that I could make such kind of money. I could learn the strategies because I don't even like the computer. And that's what it takes to do option trading is, any kind of mobile device. You could do it from your phone, but computer is better. And you don't have to have an expensive computer. But yeah, I didn't even know I had a choice. That's because my belief wasn't, it was only limited. I only had a limited belief. I'm only good for working at this place for all these years and loving the job. But then when I was financially struggling, and living paycheck to paycheck, and unable to, do fun things like going on vacations with the girls and my kids, So I didn't even think about expanding my mindset and saying, you know what, I could do better. All I said was I love this job. I just really love it. And I did. I truly loved it. That was my dream job, to be a nurse for a doctor, being a doctor's assistant at a doctor's offices or clinics. And that's what I did. I loved it. So I achieved my dream career, but I did not achieve my dream income. So that's the reason why I retired early and, became an option trading specialist, and where I teach people and, making a difference in their life. Because I had my voice coach, for example, she was making good money, and she's a very, very intelligent coach, and she has her clients, and she has a YouTuber, she has her own YouTube channels and everything. But, she was comfortable, but she didn't quite have enough money to go on vacations. She's like, Sun-Young, I want to be able to travel, and I don't want to have to rely on clients to get a paycheck every month. And so she took a class from me, 24-week class, done in 12 days, because I do it 2 hours per day. And she loves it. She loves what she learned from me because, she doesn't feel like she's trapped. She doesn't feel like, she has to wait for the clients to, pay her for, different coaching lessons that she gives, voice lessons or other type of lessons that she provides. And she has that freedom of she's, making her money to save up to go on vacations and things like that. And that makes me happy because I am making a difference in her life. That's just one of many, right? The people that have learned the strategies from me, they know what to do. They just need to watch. If you don't take care of your, trades, then of course, you could lose it. I could lose it too. So you got to take care of your trades when you get in. And option trading is just so much cheaper than, getting into stocks. I just wanted to share we all have a choice. So you could choose to drive in this kind of weather for an hour and a half to 2 hours and not really getting your dream income, or you could learn to do something different. And stock market is one of the ways a lot of people invest with the, stocks and doing option tradings and things like that. So be sure to click the link below and follow me on my YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel that you could subscribe and that you can take steps to work on the strategies that I teach, how I make money. I'll see you on my next video. And enjoy your snowy day. I'm going to enjoy my snowy weather, just being inside, drinking my hot chocolate, staying warm, and just working. Now I'm on my way to work in my office downstairs. It literally takes me less than a minute and just set up my trades. But today is closing day, so I just need to close my trays that are expiring today. And again, that only takes how long? Less than 5 minutes, because all my trays, I preset my closing order. So if they haven't closed it by now, because it had reached to a certain closing credit, if it has not met, then it will not close. But if it has, then my trays are closed on its own. Have a great day, and just realizing the pattern that we do, just like the weather, we have a pattern of 4 seasons, depends on wherever you live. And every winter, I know that I have to drive in this kind of weather, but I do it over and over and over because I'm desperate for trying to get paid and getting a paycheck. But now it's up to me, and I'm not in a desperation of having to make X amount of money before I could get a paycheck in 2 weeks. I could get paid weekly or daily if I wanted. And I could pay more than what I used to get paid. I'll see you on my next video.